Good afternoon, and welcome to the Chatfield High School Commencement Ceremony for the class of 2026. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, gratitude, and anticipation. We gather to honor a remarkable group of young men and women who have reached an important milestone and who now stand at the threshold of their next adventure. The class of 2026 selected a simple but powerful motto: your time is now. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Those words remind us that success is not about waiting for perfect circumstances. It is about taking the opportunities you have in front of you, making the most of your talents, and having the courage to move forward. As our graduates leave Chatfield High School, that message could not be more fitting. The future will not be built someday. It begins today. Your time is now. This afternoon, we are honored to welcome the members of the Chatfield High School class of 1991 as they celebrate their 35th class reunion. We are grateful to have them with us. Their presence reminds us that while years may pass, the memories, friendships, and pride that come with being a Chatfield Gopher remain strong. Please join me in welcoming the class of 1991. And graduates, you may be seated.
Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Narveson-Chick, and I'm here with the honorary class of 1991. When we read your names, classmates, will you please stand and remain standing until we're done? Chris Amundson.
Tina Baker Diladen.
Heather Beardham Harms.
Kevin Bong.
Kim Blazik Mueller.
Kim Buss Forbes.
Jeannie Conway Benhowell.
Andy Daniger.
Mike Ferguson.
Valerie Finley Erickson.
Joe Foreman.
Sean Gardner.
Martin Toft.
Amy Heald Hines.
Amy Hennings Maston.
Christina Heisey Fleming.
Carrie Huntington Fingerson.
Dana Hurley LaPlante.
Sherry Isle Jorgensen.
Jennifer Johnson Berg.
Scott Johnson.
Kathy Carrot Hines.
Kirsten Kaith.
Lori Crosh Janet.
Gabe Lane.
Jennifer Lang Collette.
Jeff McMonigal.
Jeff Meeker.
Andrea Moan Kittleson.
Crystal Moore Motley.
Chris Musty.
Justin Perkins.
Scott Presnell.
Chrissy Raby Murphy.
Brad Snyder.
David Starkin.
Steve Sutherland.
Sean Tegantfort.
Margot Tiki Tui.
Gary Welch.
Amy Wentz Willett.
Tina Warden Sir.
Igor Zumbro.
Thank you for including us this afternoon, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Good afternoon, faculty, family and friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, the class of 2026. My name is Kylie Sim. When I was first asked to write this speech, I immediately began thinking about what I was going to talk about. I spent countless hours watching videos of graduation speeches, trying to narrow down topics. I found speeches giving advice about the future, speeches reminiscing on all of the memories throughout the years, speeches talking about change. You get the idea. But as I watched these videos, all I could think was, I can't wait until I'm done writing this speech. Saying this made me realize how often we spend our lives wishing time away. Think back to 13 years ago when we started this journey together as kindergartners. We were told more times than we could count. 2026 will come faster than you know it. But honestly, I think many of us were thinking the opposite. 2026 couldn't come soon enough. We spent our elementary years saying, I can't wait until we're finally the oldest in the school. Back then, being a sixth grader seemed like the coolest thing in the world. Finally being able to sit in the back of the bus or being seen as more grown up than the rest of the school. It seemed like once we became sixth graders, everything would suddenly become easier. Then middle school came, and all we could think about was high school. We thought the high school meant freedom. We would go to dances, play varsity sports, stay out until past curfew, drive anywhere we wanted to, and become the people the younger kids looked up to. And eventually, it would become reality. Maybe high school is everything you thought it would be, or maybe it wasn't as quite exciting as you imagined. Whatever the case may be, you made it. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Let's go back to kindergarten. Do you remember what you were looking forward to? Did you dream about the future? Did you have any big goals or aspirations for yourself? I know I did. But that wasn't exactly the case for one of our classmates. Kindergarten was the year that Caleb was diagnosed with leukemia. All of a sudden, life didn't seem so endless anymore. Caleb went through things that no kid should ever have to experience. But even through all of it, he never stopped living life to the fullest. Caleb always had a smile on his face, joked around with everyone he knew, and somehow found joy even in difficult moments. He made the most out of every moment he had. I think we could all learn something from Caleb. We spend so much time looking forward to the future that we forget to stop and enjoy the moment we're in right now. Caleb showed us that you don't have to wait for life to be perfect to find joy in it. Even through difficult moments, he still found reasons to smile, laugh, and make memories with the people around him. Looking back now, I realize he understood something many of us are still learning. Life is not about rushing to the next chapter, but appreciating the chapter you're already in. Life can change in the blink of an eye, and sometimes the moments we rush through end up becoming the moments we miss the most. As we leave here today, I want you all to remember one thing. Whether you're going to college, going straight to work, or taking time to find out who you want to be, we all have exciting adventures waiting for us. And while there's nothing wrong with looking forward to the future, remember to slow down and appreciate where you are right now and the people beside you. Because one day, the moments that may feel ordinary today will become the memories we wish we could relive just one more time. So as we take this giant step into the future, don't spend your life saying, I can't wait. Take the time to appreciate the moments, the people around you, and the chapter you're already in. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hannah Tweeten, and I'm happy to stand before you all today to celebrate Chatfield's class of 2026. When I first began thinking what to say in this speech, I thought of many things that we've all experienced together over the last 4 years of high school. I may have wrote this last minute, just like the rest of my other high school assignments, but unlike those assignments, this one felt worth a little more. High school is now truly only a memory. The truth is, when we look back on these memories, most of us won't remember every assignment or test score, but we will remember the bonds that we created, the packed student sections, and the moments in time when our whole town came together to support one another. I think a lot about what made our childhood experience so special, and I believe that comes where we grew up. Being in a small town, it's hard to go anywhere without seeing someone you know, and if they don't know you, they probably know your parents. Growing up in a small town meant that our successes were celebrated by all, more than just our families. When one of our teams made a great playoff run, when individuals qualified for state, or when someone achieved something special, our community was always there to support. People always showed up and they always cared. As we sit here today, it's easy to focus on the memories that we've made. As I think over our entire school experience, it is important to not just think about what we did, but also what we have learned. We learned that success does not happen overnight. We learned that hard work matters, whether that means preparing for a game, studying for a test, competing in an event, or working towards a goal that no one else can see. More importantly, we learned that we don't accomplish things alone. Behind every one of you sitting here is a long list of people who helped us get here, whether that was family members, teachers, coaches, or community members that always encouraged us. As exciting as graduation is, it also marks the end of something that we've known for most of our lives. For years, we've shared the same hallways, the same teachers, and many of the same experiences. After today, our paths begin to look very different. Some of us will be heading to colleges just down the road, others will be entering the workforce to begin working right away, and others will be moving away, starting fresh in places only seen on a map. For the first time, our class will not be gathering in the same building every morning. We won't all know what's happening in each other's lives, and we won't have the same routines that has connected us all for years. While that's a little bittersweet, it is also exciting. Every one of us is taking the lessons, the friendships, and the memories that we've made and built here and we will be carrying them into our new chapter. No matter how far we go, we will always share something in common. We started here. We grew up together, we learned from another, and we helped shape each other's stories in many ways. We will always share the Friday nights, the pet fests, the competitions, early mornings and late nights, and all the moments in between that helped make these last 4 years unforgettable. Growing up in a small town has taught us the importance of a community. It's taught us to support one another, celebrate each other's successes, and show up when it matters most. Those lessons are bigger than anything that we've learned from a textbook, and they're lessons that I hope we carry with us for the rest of our lives. Years from now, we won't remember much from the classroom, but we'll remember each other. We will remember our friendships, the laughter, and this entire community that's helped shape us into who we are today. To the class of 2026, thank you for the memories, the friendships, and the experiences that has made school so special. Congratulations on everything we've accomplished, and best of luck with everything that lies ahead. Thank you.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome home will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way, I can go the distance, I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate, though the road may wander, it will lead me to you. I'll be there someday, I can go the distance, I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I
Good afternoon, graduates, families, staff, members of the Chatfield community. Today it is my pleasure to introduce today's graduation speaker. Jennifer Lane Collette is a proud resident of Chatfield and a 1991 graduate of Chatfield High School. After graduation, she pursued a career in nursing, earning her degrees from Rochester Community College and Winona State University, Rochester, and later completing her Master's of Science in Nursing from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. In 2001, she became an adult nurse practitioner. For the past 31 years, Jennifer has served at St. Mary's Hospital in medical cardiology, caring for patients as both a nurse and a nurse practitioner. Her career reflects not only professional excellence, but also compassion, dedication, and a deep commitment to helping others. Jennifer's impact extends far beyond her profession. As a mother of three, she has been deeply involved in her children's lives and activities, even traveling with each of them on the 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip. She has spent more than a decade leading Vacation Bible School and supporting Sunday School at Chatfield United Methodist Church. Many of you may also know her as the post-prom food coordinator, this past year marking her 7th and final year in that role. Her service to the community continues through volunteering at the Chatfield Food Shelf, and serving on the Board of Trustees at the Chosen Valley Care Center. A meaningful first full circle moment as she began working there at just 15 years old. And when she's not caring for others or giving back to the community, Jennifer embraces adventure. By the end of this summer, she will have visited all 50 states, 4 continents, and 43 national parks. Through her dedication to family, her commitment to serving others, and her unwavering support of the community, Jennifer exemplifies the values that define Chatfield at its very best. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Lang Collette.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Harris, for that kind introduction, and thank you, Mrs. Duxbury, for the invitation to speak. As per my introduction, I am Jennifer Lang Collette. I have the distinct pleasure in being one of the classmates from the honored class of 1991. But more importantly, I'm also blessed to be the mom of a graduating senior, Owen Collette. When I was asked to speak today, I was taken aback. While I consider myself a storyteller, I'm not sure I necessarily impart wisdom. Usually a little more humor, telling it like it is, and a few explicitives thrown in the mix. I'll abstain from that today. Having a father as a small-town barber, I know firsthand that the value of a good story is often worth more than the cost of a haircut. Learning from the best meant that my parents grew tired of hearing from teachers, "Jenny is quite the talker." By middle school, I became known for sharing elaborate family stories, fondly referred to as the Lang family sitcoms. As an adult, this has morphed into my Facebook stories, sharing the antics from travel and of my children, particularly Owen. I have found that humor and humility can foster unity through shared experience. In preparing my message, I realized, unlike most guest speakers, I have had a unique front row seat to the class of 2026. Between classroom volunteering, holiday parties, field trips, the 8th grade DC trip, cheering from the sidelines, and keeping you all awake and fed at post-prom, provided a perspective others may not have experienced. Granted, as these young adults transitioned from middle into high school, I became less privy to a number of firsthand experiences. From what I've gathered from the photos now immortalized on the Instagram CHS Gopher Barstool, there's clearly been far more antics that took place within my home or in cahoots with my son than I was oblivious to. You Gen Z's digital natives never miss an opportunity to Snapchat or video all events. As a Gen Xer, we didn't document our mischief. I mean, cell phones didn't exist, and camera film development was expensive. By the time you got the photos back, you didn't know when or why the photo was ever taken. Hence, I continue to contend that the Marlboro lights featured in my senior class gathering were clearly Lori's or Kim's. You may not be aware, but the class of 91 encompassed 45 classmates, including 2 foreign exchange students, one of Chatfield's smallest graduating classes. Today, we are recognizing 72 students, which is nearly double the size of our class. Yet, regardless of class size, generations of alumni have shared similar experiences, feelings of accomplishment, uncertainty, and relief as we prepared to cross the stage, the precipice into adulthood. Beyond this threshold, however, your individual paths will be unique, in the pursuit of workforce, military, technical college, community college, or university, despite our unified small-town beginnings. Now, thinking back 35 years ago, if you'd asked me who would have been the honorary speaker for this class, I would have never picked myself. I was one of the youngest and smallest of our class who didn't excel as an athlete, cheerleader, not for lack of trying, National Honor Society member, or class officer. I was loud and immature, which didn't matter in band, choir, speech team, or working at the care center. My classmates voted me class clown and most organized, which ironically hold true to this day. I worked hard to keep up with the brainiacs, and I graduated with honors. And with my eyes set on world-class nursing, I elected to attend the Rochester Community College for my associate's degree in nursing. The two-year program was brutal, but my efforts were rewarded in receiving one of 2 coveted scholarships to work for St. Mary's Hospital upon degree completion. Unfortunately, a hiring freeze thwarted that plan and pushed me onward to complete my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing at Winona State Rochester. 2 years later, in 1995, I was hired at Mayo Clinic St. Mary's within inpatient cardiology. Seeking more from patient care, I completed my master's degree in 2001 to become the 12th adult nurse practitioner hired within inpatient cardiology, now 25 years ago. I share my story as an illustration that what defines you today as a graduating senior does not define your life or your long-term goals. Not to burst your bubble, but when you leave Chatfield and CHS, your contributions and achievements will be remembered by your classmates, families, and few others. Consider your slate wiped clean, as only you hold the keys to your destiny and your success. CHS provided the framework and the foundation we all needed to boldly cross into that next threshold of life. Although being 2 of my children don't know how to properly address an envelope or write a bank check, gives me pause as to what that foundation looks like, because graduation standards clearly changed in 35 years. But I digress. Don't get me started on cursive handwriting. Despite these inequities, each one of you possesses a talent, a skill, a uniqueness, and an attribute that is needed in our world. It is now your mission to determine how to cultivate and to share this with the world. In my remaining time, I'd like to impart 3 seeds of wisdom for the benefit of us all. First, be authentic. In a world of augmented intelligence skewing reality from computer generation, we can all be authentic in our interactions and connections with others. No computer can ever replace authenticity. Make eye contact. Listen actively without touching your phone. Ask follow-up questions and be unapologetically you. It gets you so much further than being fake. Second, give each other grace. You've probably heard the saying, walk a mile in someone else's shoes. In an era where individuals post anonymously online, it's easy to lose sight of empathy and understanding. With age and with experience, you realize maybe there's been situations in which you were quick to judge. I encourage you in those moments to stop with assumptions and give grace. Look at the situation through a lens of empathy and understanding. We can all have a bad day that trickles into our subsequent interactions. It's in those moments, if someone were able to walk in our shoes, we'd appreciate grace and compassion. Lastly, and most importantly, and Kylie spoke on this a bit as well, time is your most valuable asset. As Kylie reflected on, and I would as well. I would be remiss not to mention your dear classmate, Caleb Ide, who fought courageously against childhood cancer. Death and loss is a very hard concept to understand when you were in 2nd and 3rd grade. As the years have passed, and with added maturity and life experience, I hope you can all appreciate Caleb's impact despite his short life. Although time is infinite, our time to experience the world is finite. Nobody can buy more time despite their wealth. Live with no regrets, forgive, and don't squander the time you've been given. Invest your time into what fills your cup with happiness. In closing, I'd like to thank my dear classmates for coming home for this special recognition, including our foreign exchange student, Martin, who came from Denmark. Despite the distance of cities, states, and 2 continents, our small-knit class has maintained strong, lifelong bonds. Our love and support has helped withstand the adversities of personal loss, struggles, death, and illness. We understood the true meaning of our graduation song, Lean on Me. And to the class of 2026, thank you for the opportunity to share in your momentous occasion. It has been my utmost privilege to witness you reaching this milestone. Congratulations on your achievements and your tenacity. As my youngest child crosses the stage today, this will be the end of the Cullet era in the Chatfield School District. I will not miss the 5:05 p.m. text messages regarding missing assignments, the automated calls to explain him being marked absent or tardy, or concocting another excuse for senioritis. We will miss the camaraderie shared with fellow families, hearing Owen's mom when being addressed, and the experiences that brought us all together. Now, as you begin life's next great chapter, may CHS remain a special place in your life story as it has for generations of alumni. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate Chatfield's class of 2026. This class's successes have made their families, their school, and their community of Chatfield so proud. The graduating class of 2026 is a collection of 72 very impressive young women and men. In a few moments, we will be celebrating them individually as they walk across this stage. But first, you are seated here in the same robes, and you're receiving the exact same diploma. As of this afternoon, you are all in the same place, and you all get a fresh start. I hope that you see this as an opportunity that you will rarely see again in your lifetime. Seniors, you will be officially Chatfield graduates in a matter of moments. Moving forward, you will now need to assume responsibility for your own learning. It is now time for you to advance as learners and prepare for the future that you will lead. I wish you only the greatest success in your future endeavors. Now for the official part of this address. Could the class please rise? Superintendent Harris, members Harstead and Johnsrud, this group of 72 remarkable women and men have satisfied all of the requirements of the state of Minnesota and Chatfield Public Schools and are deserving of a diploma from Chatfield Secondary School. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the Chatfield Secondary Schools class of 2026. We will now present the diplomas to the class. Diplomas will be presented to the graduates by board members Jill Harstead and Mark Johnsrud. I ask you to please limit your applause until we've read the names of each of the speakers. It would be most unfortunate if someone's name was drowned out by the family and friends of another student. Thank you.
Graduates in rows 2, 3, and 4, you may be seated.
Elena Grace Armstrong. Trinity Judith Barkheim. Jackson Bradley Bernard. William Erland Bolter. Parker James Bush. Gavin Michael Carr. Owen William Collette. Ava Ovidia May Conway. Grace Marie Coatman. Aubrey Renette Croson. Kian Andrew Danager. Evie Lynn Delaney. Jovi Olivia Dundor. Andrew William Eichhoff. Alessandra Michelle Eichhoff. Ryan Michael Eichhoff. Cody Robert Finley. Grace Elizabeth Finley. Chloe Frances Glazer. Eve Lynn Getzinger. Harper Blake Goldsmith. Julia Catherine Goldsmith. Anna Mae Halverson. Haley K. Hamill. Amaya K. Harmony. Wyatt Walter Henry. William Scott Hilsheim. Boston Lee Himley. Caroline Ray Himley. Mitchell Dale Hinckley. Bryn Avery Horseman. Vera Jo House. Colin James Jack. Danielle Josephine Jeffers. Kaysen David Johnson. Anakin James Jorgensen.
Brian Kenneth Jewers. Olivia Jean Carver. Wyatt Stephen Capus. Madeline Elise Keller. Willa Paige Kelly. Elizabeth Mary Kim Lane. Maddox Luke Lanning. Hudson Jack Leake. Jasenia Amber Lee Martinez. Gabriele Massa. Aspen Kathleen McBroom. Dean Thomas Meyer. Caden John Meyer. Aubrey Jean Nielsen. Tegan Lawrence Ottman. Gavin Alexander Palace. Grace Esther Patton. Samuel Gregory Ruskell. Bryn Madeline Shad. Destiny Rose Schlichter. Grace Elizabeth Schroeder. Dante Marcus Seidel Hampton. Danny Joe Severson. Kylie Ann Sin. Chase Martin Robb Summerfield. Ivor Stone Stavland. Hayden Otis Stair. Cal Frederick Sturgis. Cadence Olivia Dale Thompson. Emma Elaine Tollefson. Hannah Renee Tweeten. Miles Philip Tweeten. Caden David Volz. Ava Hope Volker. Brody Joshua Whalen. DeAndre Allen Williams.
Thank you to Miles and Will for reading the names so well of all of our graduates. I'm going to please ask Grace to please come up to the front of the stage. I'll now ask Senior Grace Finley to lead her class as they stand up, please. And they move their tassels from right to left, signifying the completion of their diplomas. After the graduates leave the gym, we're going to be routing through the school, and Mother Nature has been kind. I just checked my weather map a few minutes ago, and we're going to be able to go outside. So we will meet everybody in front of the school. We'll let every graduate ring our historic school bell and participate in a celebratory cap toss. Now I'm going to ask a favor from all the friends and family. I'm going to ask that you remain on the driveway when we do the cap toss, because if they aren't on the sidewalk, their hats are going to get stuck in the tree. So please leave them a little bit of space for them to toss their caps. Graduates, at this time, please turn around and face your family and friends. I apologize, that was entirely inadequate. We need to make a whole lot more noise as we congratulate our class of 2026. Thank you.